toxic masculinity.
Report finds Democrats' election bill funded by dark money with foreign backer.
Yeah, this is really interesting. So I didn't actually get a chance to look at this story, but I was so intrigued by the headline. I wanted to go ahead and go through with this and read it. Go through with this. Go through this. Go through with it. Go through this and read it. Democrat election takeover bill funded by dark money group bankrolled by foreign donor. Okay, this is interesting. So the content. This is written by Grant Atkinson of the Western Journal. The contents of the Democrats' House Resolution 1, the election bill. So, by the way, the H.R. 1 bill is something I've been meaning to make a video about, and I never did. But I have a Word file entitled H.R. 1 that I wanted to go over it. It's essentially all the things I warned everybody about if Democrats won, if Biden won in November. It was like, I know that they're going to try to take all these measures to ensure Democrat victories from this point on forever and ever and ever. And that's essentially what H.R. 1 is. So the contents of the bill are controversial enough by themselves, but now a new report suggests that a dark money group financed by a foreign national is funding the lobbying for that bill along with other Democratic priorities. According to Fox News, the 1630 fund has put almost $2 million into the efforts to sway senators on issues ranging from H.R. 1 to D.C. statehood and the Voting Rights Act amendment, right? So these are all things that are being used to ensure Democrat supremacy in Washington forever. Fox News reported that $1.3 million has been spent on internal lobbyists, and another $480,000 was sent to government relations firm Keefe Singesser Partners? I don't know. Keefe Singesser Partners between 2019 and 2020. That group is headed by Mara Keefe, who is the former chief of staff for Democrat Senator Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire. Let's see here. The 1630 fund would certainly be considered a dark money group by any reasonable person. According to the New York Times, Swiss billionaire Hans-Jorf Weiss indirectly shelled out $135 million to the group between 2016 and 2020. Well, I'm going to have to look up that guy. Through the Burger Action Fund, which shares facilities and staff with the Weiss Foundation. The Times explained that dark money typically refers to political spending channeled through nonprofit groups that can be relatively secret about their finances and donors. The outlet reported that this type of spending has become more prominent in the wake of multiple court rulings that loosened restrictions on campaign finances. The Times made clear that despite the left's accusation of Republicans making use of dark money funds, they've increasingly shown a willingness to do so themselves. While progressives and election watchdogs announced the developments as bestowing too much power to wealthy interests, Democrat donors and operatives increasingly made use of dark money, the outlet reported. During 2020's election cycle, groups aligned with Democrats spent more than $514 million on such funds compared to about $200 million spent by groups aligned with Republicans, according to an analyst by the Research for Responsive Politics. Essentially, the Democrats are using dark money, hiding who their money is coming from in a far more significant way than Republicans. Because even though Republicans are taking dark money, I don't think... See, the problem with the whole system is that Republicans are patriots, right? Typically, we don't do anything that is going to be against the public interest, going to reduce the quality of life of Americans. But Democrats are not patriotic. They don't care about America. They don't care about the quality of life here. They will do whatever they think is best to stay in power, to raise money, to get votes. They don't care about really the quality of life of America, right? They don't care about America first. The whole Build Back Better campaign of the whole slogan, that's an international slogan. That is not just Joe Biden's slogan. That was also the slogan in the UK, Build Back Better, and it was also a slogan used by what's that sort of New World Order thing that they're doing? The sort of Green New Deal that's coming out of what is that? Germany? I forget. There's this whole oh gosh, I forget what it's called. This whole program to push Green New Deal crap. Anyway, Using COVID as the excuse. They were using COVID as the excuse. Why can't I remember that? I can't remember stuff. I'm worse than Joe Biden sometimes. But anyway, this Build Back Better thing was an international slogan that was used by a variety of different groups. It wasn't just Joe Biden, but the Biden people, they took that because, they were part of that international effort. Oh, he just went to the bathroom. That's what happened. We got a fancy electronical gadgety litter box, and so the cat goes to the bathroom. You can hear the machine be triggered, and for some reason he goes crazy meowing after he goes to the bathroom. Why is that? It's weird,
We need
right?
to cheer, I guess. I don't know.
All right, we need to cheer. Hey, good job, Aston. All right, let's see. Vice said in 2014 that he was not a United States citizen. Fox News reported this further raises questions about his involvement in lobbying for bills such as H.R. 1. In a separate article, Fox News explained some of the controversial provisions in the H.R. 1 election bill. And, I basically gone over that. I'm not going to go over this whole story, but that's interesting. So I'm actually going to look up this guy, and I'm going to investigate his whole situation. Hans-Georg Weiss. Hans-Georg Weiss. We don't want you interfering with our politics, Hans-Georg Weiss. Get the F out. Not interested. You should not be dictating how America works. Okay, well, that's it for the news. Darling,
Yes.
would you like to read questions and comments?
Yeah, we have 2 super chats.
Oh, fantastic. You're very dark.
It's okay. So the first super chat from Luke Mihalik. Pigs are used to find this fungi plus the word used to describe rearranging a deck of cards by sliding the cards over each other quickly.
Say that all one more time.
I think you need to read that.
Okay. Who wrote it?
Luke.
Luke Mahalik.
Yeah. It's a super chat.
All right, I'm looking. Let's see here. All right, he writes, pigs are used to find this fungi, the word used to describe. So he's talking about truffles. Oh, truffles, by sliding the cards over each other quickly. Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.